Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I'm back to share how I make a pocket and a tag using one sheet of coffee stain paper as my base. So I'm still using up my stash of things that I have laying around, and I thought, well, I was working on this for a journal and I thought I might as well show you since I'm doing it. So I made one, and I'm going to be making a bunch of these today, and I thought, why not? So you can see how firm that is. If you don't have cardstock or something for a base, I've just used coffee stain paper. And I've also used digital paper to decorate, and I've used Tracy Fox's Compendium. I've used Took's craft table, some of her, I think they're called Fun Botanical Tags. And I've cut out the flowers, and I did that last week. I cut out a bunch of flowers from it. And so I thought, well, I'll use those up as well. So that, and of course, Tracy's, these are her stash, swatches. Swatches labels, which I absolutely love. I love this compendium. So that's it. Easy to make. This is also made from using the same piece of paper. Okay, let's get started. And I'm hoping that I might be able to get 2 done if I'm lucky. So I've got some of, these are some of the pages that tags that I cut out the flowers from. This is just a little envelope that I bought on Amazon. And then I have this is just some bits of scrap paper. This is some washi tape in case we want to use that. I'm going to set that off to the side. These are some compendium papers. To prepare, all I did was I used my cutter and cut around the edges. And then here's a couple of pages of paper that I cut in half. So these were Christmas papers. So this would have been here, and I cut it in half so that it's 5.5 inches tall, and it's 8.5 inches wide. So I've got a couple of those, and I think they're all Christmas paper. So let's do 2 real fast. Attempt to do 2. If we're running out of time, we will definitely just do the 1, but let's give it a whirl. So like I said, 5.5 by 8.5 for what I'm making. You do not have to use the same size. It depends on what you need your tag for. So I'm going to fold in a third, but a little less than a third, not quite a third, because I want this to fold to the edge without being impeded by that particular first fold. So when I open it up, you can see it's not quite to the edge, maybe about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just eyeballing it. I hope I have my glue here. Where are you, glue? Oh, for heaven's sakes, don't tell me I forgot to bring my glue in. That would be oh, there it is. There it is. I do have those moments though. So I'm going to reach for my labels. I think that's my labels. Yeah, that's my labels. Sorry about that, guys, and I hope I didn't hit the tripod. So I'm going to put this in a safe spot just up there. Don't let me forget that's where I put it. I'm using art glitter glue for this. This would be a perfect project for glue stick if you have a reliable glue stick. I'm just, I'm glue stick challenged, so I just haven't had one that I found didn't pull apart after a while. So glued there, glued that down, and the art glitter glue works really well for this, I find. So we're just going to glue this. And fold it over. So it's really important that you do the folds first, and then you've got yourself a good tag base. Simple as that. You also have a tag back as well for writing on already, and you can see how nice and firm that is. Okay, that's the tag base, and then let's do them each individually so that you can see they came from the same piece of paper. So then to make the pocket, I fold not quite to a third, and then I just fold this so that it comes over it by about 1/4 of an inch. like so. So you can see from the top, not quite a 1/4 of an inch. And I think other people use this same method. This is not new in terms of how to make a little library pocket, but this is the quickest way that I do it, and it's a very inexpensive way to do it. So then I fold the bottom up, and I'm going to fold it up a little bit so that's a little bit shorter than the last one, and I just found the last one's a little taller than I really wanted. So I fold both up towards where I've put the seam, and then I'm going to just trim to that edge, and then trim to that edge. Then what I do is I fold this part to the front so that I can cut this piece off so it's not so bulky, and I don't cut it right to the bottom because I have a habit of cutting this by mistake. So I'm going to move that, and I apologize for the noise. And then we're just going to glue like so. Fold it over. There is the base for our pocket. Simple as that. One piece of paper. Okay, let's very quickly do it with this other one so that we're on our way to making 2. So I'm going to fold that, not quite a 1/3, and then we're going to fold this back over. And you could absolutely do this with book pages too, if you have them. I just have this paper that I'm not going to use at the moment because it's digitally printed on for Christmas. I could use the blank half, but for something else, but I want to make these. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to fold there, and you can see it's not quite to the crease, and that's good because then it doesn't create any bulk. And there we go. And I get asked about, it's probably my most asked question about this bottle. Amazon, company called digis. I don't think they, I can't find it here in Canada anymore, but I'm told that Michael's stores have purchased it. So there's our base, nice and firm. And then we're going to make our pocket. And all I do is I line up with the bottom there, and then I know I should be straight unless I've cut it really wonky, which is entirely possible. Always put my glue on the outside of the part that's folded, because if I put my glue here, I might be inclined to go a little too far and close my pocket. So just a small tip, if that helps. And then I'm going to fold it up about, I think that's close to 1 inch. And cut. And cut. Oh my gosh, I am making big noise with that. I do apologize. It's bothering me. I can't imagine what it sounds like for you. Cut about 1/8 away. See, I tried to do it quieter than I tried. Oh my gosh. And so then I'm going to glue. Okay, there we go. So there we have 2 pockets, 2 tag bases, and now all we have to do is decorate. All right, so let's do that. Let's start our decorating. So 1 page of compendium should do both pieces, actually. We've done that page already. So what I might do, I might choose this one and this one. Sorry, that was my phone. My watch telling me I got a message. So what I want to do is, you could just use your cutter and measure. I'm going to set that at the top, like so, and then I think that's good. And then I'm just going to fold this up so that I know that's where I have to cut it or fold it for this one. And I'm only doing it this way because I don't have my cutter on me. Otherwise I'd use my large cutter. And then I'm just going to pull that apart. There you go. We'll use that for the tag. We'll use this part for here. And I know that if I go about halfway, that's all I need to cover the pocket. Okay. So I am going to very quickly put some glue on here. Whoops, like so. I wouldn't normally try and go quite so quickly, but I'm trying to get a couple of these done in my half-hour time limit that my recording device allows. So I'm lining that up with the top, like so. Making sure it goes over both sides. And then I'm just going to fold it like this. And I could trim this bit off, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to stick it down on a page, so I'm not going to worry about that. That's just my imprecise folding and ripping. Like so. All right, so that's the base. I'm going to take my punch. This is my 1 1/4 inch punch, and punch it there, close to the middle. And then I'm going to take my tag base, and I like this darker bit for the back of the tag, and I'm going to glue this bit, glue it onto that, because I'm just looking for a base, and you could do something, absolutely do something fancier than what I'm doing, but I'm just having fun, and great way to use up some extra coffee stain paper, out of season. So I'm just going to set that down there and cut it from behind and cut it up here. Sorry, that is the base of my tag for us to decorate. And then I'll do the little cut in it as well. How are we for time? Okay. And just turn that around, and then that will make it symmetrical if you cut holding it there. Okay. So that's the base of my tag. There you go. All right, so let's decorate the other one, and if I only have time to decorate one, that is fine. Okay, so once again, I'm going to use this, fold that up, and that's why it's being imprecise, is that it's folding up over a bit of girth there, so it's not going to be precise. And then I'm going to take that off. We'll use part of that for the tag. Cut this in half. So you actually should be able to get 2 pockets, and actually 2 tags from one sheet of digi print. Yeah, definitely. So, and the second tag, the digi won't go right to the bottom, but you can just collage it and piece it, which is a good way to do it anyway. Just going up to the edge there, I'm putting a skiff of glue. Lining that up with the top. Good job. And then just pulling that down. I like using Tracy's compendium papers for this sort of thing because you really don't need to do a whole lot of adding of extra paper because she's already done the collaging for you. I mean, you can do, and I did in the example I showed you at the beginning, but you really don't have to. And then I'm going to just like so. Got a little tiny imperfection there with a bit hanging down. All right, and then this, I want to use, I think I'll use this bottom bit. So which side do we like? I like that better for the back. And then I'm just going to put my skiff of glue all over it, making sure I get to the edge. I know I want to go right there. Perfect. So I don't think that won't be long enough to do another tag, but like I said, it would do most of another tag, and then you would just have to do some piecing. So I'll move that out of the way. Like so. Move these bits. We'll use that as the top of the tag. So I'm just going to cut like so. Turn it over. You see Gail doing this sort of thing all the time as well. I've been doing it this way for forever. Okay. So there we go. Don't like that little, did a little divot on my way in. So there we are. We have two, which are really good. And I'm going to put my divot in here. Just making sure I'm even or thereabouts. Like so. Okay. Terrific. Terrific. So how are we for time? Okay. Let's grab, where did I put my stuff? It's up here. So this is what I have for decorating. Some washi in case we want it. I have my tab, my labels, my Tracy labels. And I think I'd like to put a little bit of this tissuey paper on here because it just is very light right now. So I'm just going to put, because this is tissue paper and it's got a mind of its own, I'm just going to attach it first and then go around to make sure I've got glue everywhere. So if you try and put art glitter glue on a piece of tissue paper, it's not going to end well, in my experience. The glue's going to win. Sorry, I'm just taking this bit, the little goobers off the top of my glue. So there's that. So if I'm putting that there, it'd be fun to put a little piece, I think, over here. Just tearing off a little bit. So if I put a little skiff of glue here, I hope I'm in frame. I'm just going to set that like so. And then tissue paper's winning. Put some glue underneath. I think that is glued down for the most part. Okay. So I like to do the tag and this at the same time. I'm just going to move that out of the way. So I'm just going to have the base there, and then I'm going to choose some flowers that I've cut out. And I'm all about loud noises today, it seems. Sorry, see this one is kind of pretty, and it actually comes down from the top. I like that there. I think that would be really, really good there. And what else do we have? That shows up more because of the brown than it would have done without the brown. You want that? I'm not sure I want that one there, but let's see. Yeah, I think I like that one better. Okay, so I'm going to attach this one, coming down a bit from the top, because it's a hanging flower. Just putting my glue on there and putting it on my Tim Holtz media mat. And I'm just going to kind of set that there, and then I'll just trim it off at the top. But that is super pretty. Super pretty. So trim it off. And you could ink these, all of that fun stuff. I'm just not using ink as much. Well, I mean, it comes from, what do they say? Necessity is the motherhood of invention, or something like that. Well, the truth of the matter is, I can't get ink unless I order it in, and I can't get it at a reasonable price right now in the current situation. And so I'm like, let's try and do things with what we have. So that's the premise of what we're doing right now anyway. So I'm going to put get some labels, because I don't want us to have this all end while we're chatting. So let's see. That's a pretty label. I like it there. Put my glue on. And then I think I'll put this one down here. Also, these are all from the Tracy's swatch labels. I have some other ones. I think I have some specimen labels in here too, but these are just super fun. And I have a couple of whale's tail tabs. You don't have to put a tab on these, but I think these will work well. So I'm just putting some glue on it, like so. I think we're going to have time to do the other one too. Just move that while I can. Okay. So that's the front. This is the back for writing. This is the pocket. And we could do some washi on there as well, but let's wait and see if we have time. Okay, so we've got that mostly decorated. I'd say it's great. And then I think for this one, I'd like to use, I've got some of this, just these ends of paper from a vintage, this is from a vintage ledger that I have. I think if I put that over here, that would be nice. I just wanted to keep the date. It's from February, I think it's 1904. We're going to be able to check here in a second. And of course I couldn't throw it out. Yeah, 1904. And that just adds a little extra something on there. And I think I will use, oh gosh guys, I'm so sorry. I think I'll use part of this planer one with less writing, also from that. I'm just going to set that over there. Just to give a little contrast to what we're doing. And line it up with the bottom because I know that edge is straight. I hope so anyway. Okay, sorry about this. I hope this isn't confusing you with all these bits laying about. All right, there we go. So which of the flowers do we want to use? Those pretty yellow ones. Oop, that's too big. That's not what I want. Those are nice there. I'm getting low. I have this one too. I don't want to cover up February. That looks nice too. Does it fade back too much? This is quite dark here, so maybe if I put that one there and this one here, that would work better. I think so. All right, that's what I'm going to do. Snappy decisions. Thank you, Tracy, for these marvelous digital pages. I mean, I have used Compendium so much and love it. Absolutely love it. That looks super. And thank you, Took, as well. I've purchased those tags just a couple weeks ago, and they're just, for me, they fit in really well. I think it's part of the beauty of them is that the background that she's used is like a creamy, an aged creamy color, and it just kind of blends really, really well. So I love how that looks too. So I like the idea of having some blue with the yellow. And I think I want green for here, like so. Okay. How are we doing, guys? Oh, we're getting there. All right. So I better hurry it up. Whoa, I did it again. Glue. And actually, it doesn't have to go across that way. I think I'll put it lengthwise. Just fits a little bit better. And then we'll do this one with some glue. Like that. I could actually take another stamp, I think. We're going to do it. It's for you, Rachel. You know, you say, what? 2 stamps? It is kind of a thing these days, and I like to just put it askew a little bit and often touch the other one. So that looks super cute. All right, let me move these out of the way. And let's see, do we have time for a quick piece of washi? I think I would put just a quick piece of washi. I'm just going to put a little extra glue up here just to make sure, in case the washi is not as sticky as I want it to be. Also a good thing for a glue stick to put underneath your washi. So yeah, just a little piece of washi there, which is kind of fun. And maybe a little piece down here. Under. Okay, so that's it, guys. Those are the 2 pouches that we made today. And where's the one I made before? Here's the one we made before. Yeah, I didn't put a tab on that. You don't have to. You could put a hole in it if you wanted to. But that's them, made from 1 page of coffee stain paper as the base. And love them. lots of fun to make. So give it a whirl. I hope you're all well. I'm sorry I didn't ask earlier. And we'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.